Having an older sibling comes with many challenges, disagreements, fighting, and many comparisons. At times, they make you want to rip your hair out, and at other times, you realize that you can do nothing about it, and you love them regardless. I was lucky enough to experience all of this with my older sister, Mariah. My sister is 25 years old, and we have an age difference of 7 years. Growing up, we had many disagreements that were sometimes over little things, but as we grew older, they transformed into bigger things. Some of our disagreements even led to physically fighting and ended in tears and consequences from our parents. No matter how hard we fought each other physically, our rule was always no hitting in the head or the back, and if it happened, then it was fair game. Although we had many disagreements and fights, we did agree on one thing, which was softball. My sister and I grew up playing the same sport. We were never on the same level due to age. Our age difference resulted in us not getting to play with or against each other and resulted in getting asked many questions like, are you going to pitch just like your sister when you get older? And are you going to follow in your sister's footsteps? Because I was asked both of these questions several times, I chose to take my own path and give up pitching. I became a utility player and can now play anywhere, but I refuse to pitch. Even though I hate to admit it, my sister and I are very much alike, especially when it comes to sports. We are both determined to do one thing, and that is to win. We hate to lose and will do anything in our will and power to make sure that does not happen. We make sure to give 110% at anything we do, and we make sure our task is fully completed before moving on to something new. When she graduated from high school, she went on to play college softball for 1 year at Pfeiffer University. After her 1 year playing college softball, she decided it was time to give the game up. She chose to come home for a year. While at home, she attended Western Piedmont Community College, and after her 1 year there, she went on to Appalachian State University to obtain a bachelor's degree in hospitality and tourism. She graduated from Appalachian in 2013 and got a job as general manager at the crossing at the Holler Mill and has been working there ever since. She moved out of our house and is now living on her own in an apartment closer to her work. When she moved out, things got extremely different. I came home to an empty house after school until my parents got home later in the evening. There's no one to joke around with or to argue with just because we can. I've realized that my best friend has moved on in life, and I realized that she is becoming an adult, and I couldn't have been more proud. Looking back at all of our ridiculous arguments and crazy adventures, I never realized how much my sister was a part of my life. She was there through the tears, pain, and just to have a good time in life. I never realized how much I actually looked up to my sister. Through her, I learned what not to do and what to do, whether it was through softball or life in general. She gave me guidance. My sister has transformed into an amazing woman, and I look up to her dearly. She succeeds in everything she does, and she's the strongest person that I know. When situations come up that are complicated and that are hard to understand, instead of giving up, she stands up, pushes through, and handles it. Even though I'm now in college and living an hour and a half away from home, I make a point to call her every chance I get, and we pick up right where we left off. She's there for me when I'm stressed out and just want to break down, and she's there even if I just want to talk and have a laugh. I wouldn't trade my sister for the world because without her, I wouldn't be the person I am today.